All right, good morning. Time is 7:33. Apologies for the little bit of a delay that we've had here on getting on Facebook and on our app. We've been having a little bit of technical difficulties here this morning, so appreciate you guys spending a little bit of time with us this morning. And we'll get right to it here in just a few seconds. We are streaming live on our app and also on Facebook, on YouTube, a bunch of different platforms. So there we go. Okay, it looks like we've got that going. Want to make sure I can keep an eye on the comments, questions, things of that nature. So throughout the live stream, we're tracking some morning rain. It's not a big deal, but this is all part of a powerful storm system that has produced severe weather in parts of Texas, parts of Louisiana, other parts of the country. And it does have the chance, at least, to go producing the same for us as we head into the evening. Now, not everybody's going to see it. It's going to be very much contingent on temperatures and things of that nature. So just to kind of give you a bullet point version of the forecast here, most of the day is spent chilly and damp. Temperatures about 45 to 50 degrees across the area. So that's really not warm enough or conducive enough for any kind of severe weather, at least at first. But as we go between about 5 and 9 p.m., areas along into the south of US 460 stand the chance for a few stronger thunderstorms due to the location of a warm front. After that, wind gusts will pick up, especially heading into the rest of the night and heading into tomorrow. So again, this is all part of a bigger storm system that produced everything from tornadoes to damaging hail, damaging winds in parts of Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, and looks like even as far north as Missouri. Here's where this storm system is right now, and so I'm going to stop the tape for you guys. If you are watching and with us this morning, let us know where you're watching from. If there's anything we can help kind of clarify for you, I'm more than happy to do so. So you've got our storm system right here, and our key thing is this warm front, right? So to the south of it is where the air is warmer, more conducive for severe weather, but we are currently to the north of it where the air is cooler, more stable, and when it's more stable, the atmosphere doesn't necessarily produce storms. So that's why we're just seeing some garden variety normal to old rain this morning. But as I take all this stuff off the screen, you can see this line of storms moving into Mississippi, West Tennessee, and Western Kentucky. So that's eventually going to make its way closer to us heading into the evening. So as far as the morning commute is concerned, if you have any errands to run, maybe you're taking the kids to school, you've got a little bit of rain moving into parts of Pulaski, Montgomery, and Roanoke counties, also Giles, Craig, Allegheny, Bath counties. Most of the rain now shifting north and east of the Lynchburg downtown area. So anything we see this morning is really going to be pretty scattered, pretty light. So what I was talking about just a few minutes ago is just temperature is going to be a big thing for us today. So if you're north of this warm front, you are wedged, something that we see a lot where the air banks up against the mountains, so we're left cool in the 40s and 50s. But south of this front is where the air eventually is going to turn warmer and where storms will have an easier time forming heading into this evening. So, future tracker, let's go ahead and start you out around right now. Let me also just check on Facebook. Looked like it had kind of frozen on my end, but I think we're in decent shape. So let's continue onward. Temperatures in the 40s this morning. So again, that's not conducive to severe weather. We'll fast forward to about lunchtime, and even still, most of us are in the 40s and 50s. So we kind of just stay stuck under the influence of this wedge that I was just mentioning. So as we head deeper into the afternoon, however, is when our storm system gets a little bit closer to us. And so the wind then starts to come in out of the southwest a little bit. So you've got our boundary right about here. That's why I think our severe weather potential is going to be Grayson, Wythe, Bland, maybe parts of Giles, Pulaski, Carroll, Floyd, Patrick, parts of Franklin, Henry, Pittsylvania, Halifax, and Charlotte counties, because that's where the air is going to be warmer heading deeper into this evening. Here's 6 p.m., and there you see kind of what I'm talking about, right? So areas like Covington, Lexington, Roanoke, Lynchburg, low to mid 40s, whereas Danville's getting closer to 60. Wytheville is, pardon me, middle to upper 50s. So that's again where we could see some stronger thunderstorms. That's not to say you won't see some pockets of heavy rain farther north of US 460, but the chance for anything to produce localized wind damage is going to be farther south of that point. That's what radar may look like around 7 p.m. I'll fast forward to about 9 p.m. Let me take all this stuff off screen, and that's when you see storms a little more scattered, more to the east of US 220, but that general trend is temperatures north of 460 in the 40s and south in the 50s and 60s. So again, that's why I think our severe weather potential is limited to the southern half of the area, whereas Roanoke, Covington, Lexington, again, may see some pockets of heavy rain, but as far as anything damaging, probably not looking at that this evening. By midnight, most of us are dry, but the wind is actually going to pick up even more once the rain leaves. So wind advisory is in effect for areas in the bays. You see that more brown color. That's a high wind warning. So kind of an upgrade to the wind advisory for Grayson County and for the higher elevations of Greenbrier and Pocahontas County. So due to the fact that the the ground is going to be a little wetter, then you've got this gusty wind coming in. Could have some down limbs, some spotty power outages. And so again, that's mostly going to be tonight and into tomorrow. So looking ahead to tomorrow, you see the green is your sustained wind speeds, about 15 to 25 miles per hour from up until about 2 p.m. You see your wind gusts in the yellow, anywhere from about 30 to perhaps as strong as 45 miles per hour. So again, another strong wind day. We've seen a lot of those here over the past 2 weeks or so. In fact, the final 2 weeks of February, we had 8 days where the wind was gusting at least 30 miles per hour. So tonight, tomorrow, it's going to be another one of those times. Outside of that, tomorrow's actually not a bad day. Yes, it's going to be windy, but temperature-wise, pretty comfortable, pretty tolerable. Highs in the 50s in the NRV and Highlands. Roanoke closing in on 60 tomorrow. Lynchburg and Southside in the low to mid 60s. Sunday, most if not all of us are going to be in the low to mid 60s by the afternoon. So the weekend, again, is in decent shape for us. Just have to get through tomorrow's wind. And then later next week, we see a pattern shift. So there's a lot that we're talking about here in this live stream. March tends to be a pretty active month for us, where you can see a little bit of everything. We've seen snow, we've seen tornadoes, we've seen all of it in March, as it tends to be kind of a transition month. But looking toward the middle of the month, it is likely that we see colder air coming in from Canada. Now, does that mean snow? It's far too soon to speculate, but snow can and does happen in the month of March, as those of you who have lived here long enough can tell. So something we'll keep an eye on, but I think the main thing here is the fact that we've seen things blooming 3 weeks ahead of schedule, and now you've got this intrusion of colder air. Frosts are likely, freezing temperatures are likely, so that's potentially harmful to agriculture and things like that. But for those of you just joining, it is now 7:41. We again are live on our YouTube channel, more importantly on our 10 News app. These appcasts we do ahead of any kind of active weather. I also do them every Monday morning between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. So there you see some scattered showers this morning. As far as more active weather later today, I'll bring up this bullet point version of our forecast. So much of today, yeah, it's breezy, it's chilly, it's damp, it's not a big deal, right? But between 5 and 9 p.m. is where it could get pretty rowdy. And again, that's going to be in the area south of Blacksburg, Roanoke, Lynchburg, and Appomattox. So south of US 460 is where we stand the chance for a few stronger thunderstorms. Some of these could produce localized wind damage. A tornado threat is low, but it's not necessarily zero. There is a little spin in the atmosphere, so I do want to kind of tip your hat to that. Or kind of just make sure that you're aware of that potential. So don't think we quite see the outbreak that they saw in Texas and Louisiana last night, but it is something that's at least worth our attention. And then once the rain is out of here, that's actually when we see the more widespread wind gusts. So it'll be another windy night, windy day tomorrow at times, but at least we see some increasing sunshine for the weekend. Updates coming up on air during the Today Show at 7:57, at 8:26, at 8:57, and then sometime around 9:30 and 10:30. We'll have updates today at noon and during NBC News Daily during the 1 o'clock hour. So we've got you guys covered on all platforms. In the meantime, stay weather aware and stay dry out there at times today. Have a great rest of your Friday, and I'll probably see you guys at some point over the weekend. Time now 7:43. We are signing out. Have a great day.